I've just seen the best film of 2017 so far. Um, I saw a few trailers for it, and I really wasn't sort of taken with it. Really, I wasn't impressed. But then, to be honest, it was my wife. My wife made me watch it, and I'm so glad she did, because I thought it was really good. I was hooked right from the first sequence, right up until pretty much the end of it. Actually, I just thought it was so well done. And if it hasn't won no awards as yet, then it certainly should do. I mean, we liked it really much. We actually bought the Blu-ray. That's why we bought La La Land. Fantastic film. Well worth it. I love that film. Actually bought the soundtrack as well. I also went to see Transformers the last night the other day, and I thought I'd give my quick review on it, and I actually really liked it. I mean, the end is a bit dragged out a bit, but then all those films are. But I actually really liked it. Now, as long as you know that it's not going to win an Oscar for its storyline, it's not going to win an Oscar for some of the acting, I suppose, but then again, the acting's alright as far as I can tell. And just sort of like go there with, just for what you want, an action film that you just don't care too much about, then it's fine. On that level, I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, I really did. I didn't go there hoping too much, because I've heard some of the critics and the reviews for it weren't particularly great. Oh, pardon me. So I hadn't gone there with too many hopes. But I really liked it. I really liked it. I love the bit, I think it's where it's a bit like Suicide Squad, and it comes up with all the Decepticons that Megatron wants out of captivity or something like that. And I really like that bit. I liked some of those. But I bet you Hasbro do not give us those toys of those Decepticons, because that would be really cool if some of them look really good. But I bet they won't. And I just like it. I mean, but once you get a bit more deeper as a fan and what you want out of a film like that, that's when obviously it becomes a little bit, and you think, oh, for fuck's sake. Let's have a look. You got... What happened to Galvatron out of the other film? For some reason now he's Megatron, and there's no explanation. I love it how the actual film tried to tie all of the first 5 films, or previous 4 films I suppose, together in some way by mentioning bits out of each one, and then completely ignores the fact that Galvatron is now back to being Megatron, and stuff like that. And what was that hole in Megatron without his spark all about? That glossed over, forgotten about. And that's when you start thinking that maybe they hold us in that much contempt that they don't need to tell us these things. Because I'll tell you something, if it was a Star Wars film and they did something like that in Star Wars, like completely neglected to tell anybody why Darth Vader got turned into Darth Vader, people be up in arms and that. But oh no, it's a Transformers film. Maybe it's because of Michael Bay. Who knows? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I never have done. I think the films are great. I mean, I even really like Revenge of the Fallen. I seem to be in the minority there, I think. But I really like that film. I think that had probably the best use of the Decepticons in any of the films. I mean, because you look at them, nearly always the Decepticons are underused. It's a bit like in the new one, the last night. Dinobots. Underused, do not do much. See, the Decepticons don't actually do much. You could have the film without them. The film isn't about the Decepticons, it's about that Quintessa bird and everything like that, So it's that, that's another one of the problems with it, But there we go. But you watch the film just as a good piece of cinema going, a Friday night type film, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And on most levels, I actually really enjoyed it. I think it's great. Just like I say, just on those, if you want to get in depth as a fanboy, then yeah, you're gonna run into, it's gonna have its problems in it. So other problems did I have with it? I had a few listed in my head now they've all gone. So underused characters, that's right. Because if you look back through all the films, apart from the first one, the reason where these films also go wrong is they always try and tie the Transformers into history that's gone by. You had the first film, which was okay because it was the first film. Then the second one, this happened back in Egypt a long time ago, but, and all this. And then the third one with the moon landers and everything, but no one's been bothered and neglected to mention this before. And then with Age of Extinction, it got worse. And this one, it gets even worse because it goes back right to medieval times and everything like that, and you're trying to juggle all these bits and why no one's ever mentioned it before and stuff like that, and that's where another reason it just falls down a little bit on the storyline, but it's good. I like it. I liked it. So yeah, that is my review of that film. Good 6, 7 out of 10, I reckon. If they could have just tidied up a few bits of the storyline, give the Decepticons more to do. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. It's like you've got these new cronies. I can't remember their names for the life of me now. They lasted all of 5 minutes before they all got killed. I would love to have seen them as an integral part of the story and gone through it, and that's what I mean. And it's just a shame. Just a shame that characters are underused. I mean, most of the Autobots were, like bloody Drift and Hound didn't do a lot. I mean, Hound, he fired at people. That gun of his didn't really seem to do a lot. He fired at Megatron, don't know how many times, and Megatron just got up and walked away. You know. Anyway, so that's been my review. Hope you liked it. Yeah, 6, 7 out of 10. Bye for now.